Hello everyone, today we'll be going over how to briefly make a pizza. The first thing I'm going to do is make a little rosemary thyme butter to brush the crust with. You can skip this step if you'd like, but it does leave a nice flavor around the crust with some Parmesan cheese and truffle salt. The first thing we'll do, cut it up, put it in some butter, melt it in the microwave on 10-second increments so it doesn't explode everywhere. I apologize for the planes flying around today. Lots of background noise. And don't worry about cleaning your cutting board after this step because any extras will just go right into the crust. And here you'll see me using cornmeal. Definitely recommend putting that down. It makes the dough much easier to stretch. At the end of this video, I show you how to practice tossing the dough around your kitchen with a paper towel if you want to enter the World's Pizza Dough Contest, which is a fun YouTube to look up. I'll probably be pretty quiet here for the rest of this part. The trick is you push down around the edges to start forming a crust, then you stretch, flip, push down around the edges, stretch, flip, pick it up or toss it around your kitchen if you want cornmeal everywhere. And I'll see you again when we start doing the sauce. At this point, you'll see me getting out my mozzarella cheese. I used Gruyere, I think is how you say it, or something. A little bit of some homemade sauce, and you'll notice that I'm trying to push all of the air bubbles out of the dough. That'll help prevent bubbling in the oven. If you do see bubbling when you're cooking it later, you'll pop some, and I actually get to do that later. When putting the sauce on the pizza, I like to use a ladle, one large scoop, and try to swirl it. You don't want to go all the way to the edge. You want to give a room for your crust to rise. And don't go backwards. Just kind of keep starting over and over again in those small circles until you have a nice thin layer of sauce. I also like to add a couple of seasonings on here. You can see some garlic, Italian, oregano, salt, pepper, whatever you have laying around. From a chef science perspective, this will flow through the bite before the cheese and the topping, so it'll get in with the sauce and the crust and just give your pizza an extra depth of flavor. That's quite delicious. And time to get a nice even spread of cheese, pepperonis, and onions. You do not want to overload the pizza. And then at the end, you can go through, try and pull some off the crust so that it continues to rise as it cooks. You'll see here I'm using a pizza screen, which I can't recommend enough. It makes it so easy to get in and out of the oven. In the oven, you'll see a pizza stone that I've been preheating at 475 degrees. And you'll notice that the butter is spilling all over the crust, which is excellent for us, but bad for the amount of smoke you're going to get in your kitchen. So I've put some aluminum foil on the bottom rack to catch any of the butter drips. And this first layer, we want it to be kind of light because we do want that dough to rise, and we're going to baste the crust again as it's cooking. At this point, you'll see me give it a nice butter basting around the crust as it starts to brown. This will be the last time I do it until I pull it out of the oven. Also, I rotate it so it cooks evenly. It tends to be slightly cooler by the door. And you'll see me quickly grab a spoon that was hanging out and use the other end of it to pop the bubble in here. So if you have that, I recommend a knife, but a spoon will do just as good. If you see any bubbling, quickly just poke it, let it fall down, and you can try to seal it up if you'd like. And pull it out of the oven. Make sure it's the colors that you want. If you want it a little browner, you can do that. I like mine bubbly, and right before browning on the cheese, I finish it off with oregano, red pepper, and some freshly ground black pepper this time instead of the normal stuff. So I'm going to flip some towels in this video. You can practice in your kitchen at home. I don't know how slow motion works on my phone, but I tried it out. Enjoy.